Welcome to S&P Global Pitch. My name is Sendra Dorcé. I am the co-founder and co-moderator. Today, we will bring you some companies with ideas and disruption to transform the world. And the audience, we have investors, and we hope that this synergy will be quite beneficial to all who are here. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another wonderful episode of S&P Global Pitch. I've missed you, and I know Phuong's missed you. My name is Sendra Dorcé. I am the co-founder and co-moderator of S&P Global Pitch. And my co-founder and co-moderator is with me today. Phuong, you want to say hi?
Hello, my name is Phuong Skovgaard. I have missed you just like Sendra. I really look forward to it today.
Yes, we have, and we're getting so used. So this is the third episode of Founders Talk, and in essence, what we're wanting to do is to engage you in conversation around small to medium-sized companies, because S&P Global Pitch is an infrastructure where we will have like-minded business people. Well, we will have events where small and medium-sized companies can come and present to investors. And part of that synergy will also include sponsors who want to highlight their products and their services. I want to start the conversation about small and medium-sized companies. And this is because right now, everything has changed in the business world, how we do business, who we do business with, and where we do business. And when it comes to capital, that's also been redefined, because there are more and more people who are in need of being more creative as to their source of capital, because their revenues have dried up, and capital is not so readily available as it used to. But that's another top conversation for another day. Today, we're going to specifically, last week we talked about startup trends, and if you have not seen that video, please go back to that. We talked a little bit about the top and technology startup scene, what is to come for 2021. So this week we thought we'd discuss medium companies and what they are. Phuong, do you have any information for us?
Yes, so medium company, they are more, you are more about 50 people up to 500. It's just around that size. It's the business have been taken off. So you are doing well, you have your structure, and you have your product lines, and you have your services, and all the financials and operational system is in place.
Well, that's great.
Do you think?
I definitely agree. I mean, of course, there are different models for SMEs. I mean, some people say it's up to 500. There are people who say it should be capped at 250 people, employees. But of course, I think it's definitely 500, because nowadays it's so easy to fill, it's so easy to fill to have 250 employees, especially because people are working remotely and you don't have to be concerned about space anymore. So you can easily have employees that are working remotely. Therefore, you're saving the overhead, and therefore you can spend that money on employees. So that said, it depends which literature that you're reading, but in general terms, it's usually capped at 500 employees. And so, like you were saying, it's why would an SME come to a platform like this? A platform like S&P Global Pitch is to give the person or the organization an opportunity in real time to interact with investors, to be able to engage and to present the idea, and also keep in mind that when you're running an SME, it is time consuming and you are multitasking. You're a leader who is wearing many hats at any given time. So capital raising is not necessarily something that you're going to focus 100% of the time, which is why we encourage you to come to us so we can assist you in developing a plan of action to be able to meet your target delivery. Whether you are interested in launching a new product, whether you are interested in launching in a new market, whether you are interested in just increasing the size of your operation, there is always a need for more capital. And
Yes.
with S&P Global Pitch, we can do all that heavy lifting for you. If you go back to episode 1 of our Founders Talk, I talk a little bit about my background. My background is in capital raise. I help companies of at all life cycles, and I'm sector agnostic. I've got my start in real estate, and it evolved from there because I realized there were so many good projects around the world that I didn't want to just isolate myself and say I'm just going to focus on real assets. So I have the background necessary to help you with the capital raise. I've been in banking and finance for about 20 years, plus. And I took some time off, so I don't know if that counts. But yeah, so generally my background is finance, and of course my education reflects that too. So which I'm telling you why you should come and partner with us. But we go back to the first episode. You can learn more about myself. You can learn more about Phuong.
I am engineer, and I have worked for companies like Capgemini, Motorola, Amazon, Nokia. So I have been responsible for operation and delivery, also business development. So I know how it is to grow a business and how to organize, especially governance, how important it is to make sure that you can operate in your maximum. You get the best benefit of your operation. And what Sandra said before was it is very important about finance, that you need to think about finance. And in order to expand, finance is important. Also remember that we are also here to help you to connect with other companies, because we have a network of companies who are doing different things. And sometimes it is good to partner with another company who are doing some other things.
So thank you so much. And I want to go back to what we initially presented as our topic, which is, how to define a medium-sized company or a small medium-sized company. I've looked at the UK website, the government website, which defines as, what they require for you to qualify. It has to be 36 million pounds in annual turnover. That's how they defined it. That's one of the stipulations for you to qualify as a medium-sized company. So it has the balance sheet total must be no more than 18 million pounds. So, and the average number of employees must be no more than 250. So I go back to what I was saying is, it depends on whose definition, and it could also vary according to the country that you are operating in. It could be that the U.S. It'll be interesting to see what the U.S.'s guidelines for, because here we have let's see here, we have another one. Let's see what country this is. Let's see. So we're trying to help the audience understand the differences. As I said, let's let's see. Oh, Malaysia. Malaysia says that an SME is, let's see, qualifying, let's see, their current 5 full-time employees, medium companies. That's interesting. I want to look into that. So Malaysia says that SME endorsed by the National NSC has been administrative agencies. Sales turnover of 25 million of their currency, or full-time employees of less than 150. So you see, so you have to, in order to understand who you are, you have to understand the prism, the lens through which you will be previewed, or you will be screened. So if you're going to be operating from the US, and we're learning with you, because I don't get into those details in my regular life, because somebody comes to capital raise. It's interesting because you get so much general information. Sometimes, unless you have a specific deal in that country, you don't necessarily need to have all the information for everywhere. So I randomly just looked at the definition of medium-sized company, and globally, and so Malaysia came up, the UK came up. So the UK says it's 250, Malaysia says 150 employees. So that's interesting. So when you come to us, you are partnering with us. You are allowing us to do the research for you, and usually we have a staff of people that actually does this research. So SMEs have been currently suffering, and it will be interesting what the first quarter of 2021 has in store for these SMEs, because so many different sectors has been affected. I mean, because of COVID, I was listening to something yesterday where, the turnover for the hospitality industry and in London was, I think it was 100 billion. Do you have those numbers? It was close to 100 billion.
Yeah, close to
But
100
it seems
billion.
like the mayor of London is going to put further restrictions, which is going to cause some SMEs in hospitality, not just the hotels, because hotels are categorized. If you have a chain of hotels, you're considered SME as well. So people say, well, it's not a manufacturer, but these people have operations and they have headquarters. We're not categorizing as far as sectors. We're categorizing based on your revenue and also the number of employees. So we have the hospitality industry, we have the restaurant industry, which is the food and consumer goods industry. People are not shopping as much. People are not consuming as much. They're spending less time. Even the leisure, the division, entertainment. I was speaking to someone the other day, and they said they were going to the ballet, and I was like, oh, really? The ballet is open? It's to me, I never thought about going to the ballet, because I thought, because of social distancing, how are you going to sit next to someone? But I guess in all those factors are causing certain industries to be disrupted, to almost be extinguished. Also, in this podcast I was listening to, they were talking about there is one of the biggest London tour guide companies used to have 50 buses around London, and now they're operating only one. So this company would have qualified for an SME, but now with only one bus, they've gone to become a small company. So it's, a medium company to a small company. So we have to also take a look at that, and how people are going to have to redefine themselves from being a medium-sized company to a small company, because they have layoffs, and they are going to have less revenue. So whereas, they were operating at a higher scale, a greater scale, they're going to have to reduce or reduce their level of operations, which now qualifies them as a small company. So all of those, I know I'm going all over the place, but it's fascinating for me as I'm having this conversation, how the world is being transformed. And I think that this is a time for you to pay attention to a survival strategy, or to implement a survival strategy, right? You're going to have to find different ways to diversify, to innovate. And this is where we come in. Innovate in the form of a new division. For instance, this tour company will have to find ways to supplement their income, to bring more services to their portfolios, so that they don't depend on that one stream of revenue, which was tour buses, because the tourism industry in London has been completely disrupted. It's been almost destroyed. London is a place where people come, one of the streams of revenue, the economy, London's economy depends on tourism. And just like,
Yes.
many countries, like, many places like New York and Los Angeles, people go there to visit. And I know I'm going all over the place, and I'm
But
gonna let.
Jackson, how do you think that we can help? What can S&P do to help these kind of companies who are coming, like decrease in their size?
So of course, as you know, we have a concierge service, which allows us to. We offer you the various type of service. We offer consultancy, and one of the things that we can offer is the accountancy. And accountancy is looking at your balance sheet, looking at where your revenue was coming from, to find out where we can, which source of revenue for you will be the most affected by uh, from where you are present time. So we can help you strategize to move forward and to innovate. Because I think it's a disservice to large companies when they don't look at themselves as startups. Because this is a startup within a company. We both have our existing companies, but we launched a startup to, because first of all, I love to talk. You probably, those of you who've seen me before, but I thought it was timely because everything is online now. And what better way to reach, to bring together investors and to bring together companies than to do it this way? So as far as how we can help you, we have a list of services that we can offer you. And whether you actually need valuation to actually to determine where you are. If you wanted to even sell the company, we can help you with that. If you're looking for a merger, if you're looking for a new partner, a strategic partner, we can help you with that. That's one way to hedge yourself against, to protect yourself in these tumultuous times. So we can help you find strategic partners. We can help you, we can help you with selling, and we can find someone as who's looking for a company just like you as to acquire. We can help you with staffing issues if you're finding that the staff is that you currently have is not suitable for what you're trying to achieve. Some people don't like remote working, and if you're challenged right now with remote working and you want with people who don't, who are not performing necessarily at their best working from home, because it is a challenge, we can help you source the right hires for your team. Phuong, what else do we have to offer?
Yes, so it is, you talk about accountancy. We also have legal, because, well, because your products and services and your contract, it is, everything is going to change. And we also provide legal services. And especially when you have, when you downsize, then the license, what license you are having, or the new patents that you are going to change it to fit more to the size of what you are doing operationing. And another thing is also that we also have a lot of other services, because we are helping you to do business development. So we can help you to have some ideas of how to think about, to not only to deliver the service that you have done, the core services that you have delivered for a long time. You can think about some new services that it could help you to expand, or it could help you to work with other people, partner with other people to make you more your present more great, to make your present greater.
Absolutely.
And yeah.
Yeah,
And also, especially, I'm just thinking no more about, because when you are smaller, it is much easier for you to outsource some resources to another company, just like traveling, or like meeting rooms, or like um like services, like if you change your bank, or management, business management from your office, it is also something that we are doing to help you. Because if you need a person to do it, you have to try to pay the person full time, and you have to be responsible for that person. But our service is going to give you, we just charge the service and the work that we are going to provide. We don't, so you don't have any overheads. You just have to pay for what you need, and it makes it leaner for you. And
absolutely.
yeah, you were about to say
Absolutely.
something. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Yes. So that's the thing that I think that we can make. I worked for Motorola. That's why I learned a lot about lean operation. You need to make sure that you don't make a lot of mistakes, and make sure that you save overheads to work smart. That's why you also need a very strong governance. And the governance, because the governance is good, because when you have, it is like a system, it is like the same language, that everyone in the office are saying the same thing, and when they need something, they know exactly where to go. They don't have to ask 100 people, and the person who are asked, they also get annoyed because they ask all the time. So it is something that you I think that you would find useful. So either we are going to help you to build a governance, or you can outsource your governance to us. So we can help you to manage all aspects of your service. And the fee, we can arrange the fee. It works for you, because the main point here for us is to help you to grow. And like, if I don't know if you know, but Google, Facebook, all the big companies, they are not in good terms today with the government, because they have taken data from us without telling us. So at some point, we are needing companies like you to step in and provide a service. You
Absolutely.
provide us, yeah, you provide a service, but you don't take people's data without agreement from with them to use the data, and how to use the data. You take that data, you use the data in the agreement with them to make everything legal. And we need, that's why we are coming in to help you to grow, to fulfill the need that we are going to have in the next few years.
Absolutely. This is an opportunity. I know that, some of these medium-sized companies a lot of them are family owned. And, a lot of them are very well versed in their own backyard. And what we offer is a international and a global perspective when you partner, as you see, the name is global, S&P Global. We do have both a global background. I am currently in the US. My operations have been in the UK, but I go back and forth. Personally, I like being in the US because I can drive. When I'm in UK, I don't drive. So that's just some, tidbit about me. But as far as a medium-sized company, most of them are, they've grown from within. They have grown, and now it's time to bring the right partner in. So whether you're family owned, you're looking to sort of vet some future partners, if you're looking to vet some future territory, that's what we are here to do. But the thing is, at S&P Global, you can still, if you're growing and you're looking to as you're growing, you're going to need capital. And this is why S&P Global Pitch will be an essential partner to help you source the right capital partner, as either a private investor or if you're looking for leveraging, if you're looking for debt, we could still help you with that. And so, we want these founders talk sessions to be more informational, but as we are giving you information, we also want to help you understand why you would choose us as a partner. So as we discussed earlier, we've been discussing, medium-sized companies and large companies, wherever you are in the spectrum. Again, I said you could be a medium-sized companies, but if you laid off people, I mean, everyone is laying off people as we speak around the globe. I mean, London I'm not sure what that's going to look like next year, because he is, the mayor is tightening the restrictions. So businesses are going to be closed. So again, if you are a business that did not close but had to operate much more leaner, you're still going to need some source of capital, whether you want to consider a strategic partner or you want to consider debt financing. But let's talk more about what the medium-sized companies, what they can, what they are. I really want the audience to understand. So as we said, they are, usually family. A lot of them are family owned, and they usually stay private. So you will not see these people as, publicly traded companies. And so they are, sometimes they are looking to go public. If they are looking to do an IPO, we can definitely help with that as well. And, the financing requirements are usually more flexible, because for a medium-sized company, you're going to have more track record to present. So it's definitely easier for us to help you raise the capital, as long as your books are in order, and as long as, there are some companies that aren't necessarily in the best order. But that's, I just say that, let's say your books are in order and all your records are fine, it would be much easier for you to secure financing than someone else who has been in business for a year or two. Medium-sized companies have grown over a cycle, and it will be easy to present the case to a financing institution. And so, we look at different industries. It's, usually again, we're sector agnostic. So whether you are you're in aluminum doors, you're a distributor, whether you are manufacturing furniture, whether you are, making your clothing manufacturer, whatever your sector is, we do not have a problem with that. And also, we encourage, people who are in the technology field to come to us as well. I know there are a lot of investors nowadays who are who find the tech sector extremely appetizing. So they have quite a strong appetite for that. Phuong?
Yes, I totally agree with you. It is a lot of business today. They have it is the thing is that you need to be flexible, and in order to be flexible, to be lean, it is easier to have a structure more agile, and it is where we can help you with, because we know different types of businesses, and it is easier for us to see the model that you are doing and to help you straight away, instead of you having to have learning the process, learning the skill to set it up. And the other thing is also that now with the COVID, it has changed so much. And like Sandra said, yeah, earlier about the situation in the UK, I don't believe it is just, as you know, it is not just the UK, it is Europe. And also we are also thinking about the selection in the US. And all of these factors are going to impact you positive or negatively. And I would suggest that you are going to you need to be prepared to whatever happening, that you have a strategy to maintain the level of services that you are going to provide. And but you are not, Sandra, you do a lot of you are very involved, not very involved, you are involved in politics. So sometimes you are, yes, so I don't know whether you could give us some
I'm not
insight.
involved. I'm not involved, but I am interested. I am interested because
Yeah.
I don't know for you. I have to be when I'm speaking to clients. I can't just keep the surface talk because as I do business globally, I need to know what is because it's interesting. Someone was talking to me about Congo Republic the other day, and I was and of course there are two Congos, and I couldn't remember which Congo is the which if the and I was trying to determine if the country that is the one I was familiar with, and I couldn't remember the capital. So those are the type of things, the politics keeps me informed. Staying in touch with politics keeps me informed, so that when I'm having a conversation in business, it helps me feel more empowered to discuss with the client, because as we are helping people launch abroad anywhere, because I deal with Africa, I deal with Asia, I deal with Latin America, Europe, US, it's the usual suspects, of course, North America and Europe. But I do deal with countries in Asia, in Africa, in Latin America. But I feel it's important because I had a client who was interested in raising capital for an acquisition in South Africa. And I happen to be well versed in South African politics. So that was very helpful because I brought up some points to him to say, well, did you consider this as, the political climate? So, Phuong, to your point about me being involved in politics, I'm not necessarily involved because I don't want to run it for office, but I definitely I grew up in a political family. So I definitely like to discuss it. It's definitely interesting nowadays, isn't it?
Yes. No. I think it was wrong of me to say that you were involved, because you did some interviews. You from Sendra TV. You have done interview of politicians. That's the kind of involvement that you have done.
Oh, I
Not,
see.
yeah,
Yes,
not that
I'm not
yeah,
running for
not that
office.
you are.
I'm a business person. I like my
Yeah.
private life. So I guess the
Yeah.
day I stop being interested in my private life is the day I would get involved more in politics. But for now, I'm very good where I am. I love
Yeah.
this new idea that we have with S&P Global. And we're trying to, and I'm this is an education for me as well, as I'm trying to get this. So we have, the EU also is is of interest to us. And the EU defines a medium-sized company as 200 SME as 250 employees or less, and with a turnover of 50 million or a balance sheet of less than 43 million euros. So every region has their own requirement. And well, I thank you, the audience, because you know what? Someone wise said to me, when you have someone who asks a lot of questions, you become a better teacher because you're gonna have to find the answers for those people asking questions. So we encourage you to put those questions below. Don't forget to like and subscribe this video and share with everyone you know. As you know, we are promoting this first event November 3rd. The first event will be focused on startup, and we have the second first event, which is the first event for SMEs. So yes, like and share this video, reach out to us, put your comments below so that we can engage with you and we can be more informed as to what topics you would like us to address. And you'll get to know
Yeah.
us. Don't be afraid to ask us about our personal questions, about, if what's it's like to be in this business, what it's like. First of all, I have to say that there was once upon a time I never wanted, I love what I do so much and I never wanted to sleep, but I realized at some point I had to sleep. So now I have a more regulated schedule. We have to balance because I traveled more. I was more in the UK and now I'm spending more time in the US, especially with COVID. I don't want to have to quarantine. So I'm not sure when I'll be able to get on a plane again because I don't want to have to go into restrictions. Um, but yeah, put your comments below if you have any comments or questions for myself and for Phuong, so we can answer you. We have a Facebook page, we have an Instagram page, we also have landing pages, websites soon to come. We are a startup as well, so we are growing. So soon we'll have a stronger footprint in the internet. You can reach us at and I'll give we'll post the email and all the information below, but the email is s.pglobalpitch@yahoo.com. So I just wanted to give you that information right now. If you have a hot topic that you want to speak to us about, feel free to drop us an email, and that's the email that we are using until we launch officially the website, and we'll let you know about that. So just so you know, we have two packages that we're offering currently. We have a package which is the startup package. This is if you are you are needing more support. So this package is where we provide you all the bells and whistles of what we do here. But we also have a corporate executive package, which is a less intensive package, where if you've been in business already and you just need certain services, but not all, this is a more customized package that we can offer you, and reach out to us. So the startup package is one of the packages that we offer. If you are looking to present at the event, and we can help prepare you for what we call pre-pitch. Pre-pitch.
Yes.
That's a mouthful. Pre-pitch prep.
Yes.
So that's the government of US, they have a PPP. Well, we have our own PPP. So that's the pre-pitch prep. So that is for, if you've never had to face an investor, or if you've had faced an investor and it didn't work out so well for you in the past, we are expert at discussing with investors. Investors like us. So we know exactly what it takes to win one over. So when I say win one over, to present in a way that is quick, succinct, and direct. Because that's what investors want. Investors want quick and direct. They're busy. They don't have time for you even someone like me, if I can cut my speech to like a minute or two, you can do it too. We can teach you how to deliver the main points of that presentation so that you cannot lose their interest. Because again, it's key at first impression that you tell them exactly what they need to hear. So those two packages, the startup packages and the executive packages, very different. The startup packages, everything's included. The executive package, it's more of a customized or more narrowed focus of what exactly you are looking for as a seasoned company. Phuong?
Yes. No, I just wanted to say that we are a startup, but Sendra had been in the business for 25 years, and I've been in the business for 25, 30 years. She had company for years, and I had my companies for the last 8 years. Sorry, the light just came on by itself.
Let there be light.
Yes. So just so you know that we Sendra and I, we started together. We call it a startup, but she has her own business for a very long time. The same with me. So we are experienced. We know how to build a business, and we know how to develop business.
So come out and reach out and
Yeah.
have fun with us. It's supposed to be fun. When you're creating a business, I mean, it's, I know for me, when I was stepping out of corporate, this was, I don't want to, that's going to, yeah. So when I was like 12 years old, when I stopped working for corporate, and I, I decided I was going to be a business owner. So you get the joke, because I was not 12 years old when I left corporate. But I was so afraid. I actually had a friend prepare me for a pitch. She used to help me prepare, because I had a product, and I had a mortgage company back then in Miami. And my friend would say to me, call me and tell me, you want to, how are you going to speak to the client when you want them to allow you to help them. And, of course, I had been in big business. I'd worked for large Bank of America, HSBC. It's so easy, and you feel so comfortable when you have that big infrastructure. But when you're a business owner, it's a very different experience. Stepping out on your own, not having that safety net, not having a team to support you, saying you could do this. In the first episode, Phuong and I, we talked about, you know, what kind of support system we had when we were launching our businesses. But it's a very traumatic experience when you go from big business, big corporate. You heard Phuong, she talked about Motorola, and you could talk about all the other companies. And that feeling of when you walk out the door and you will not have that support, you will not have the team to bounce ideas off of. So it's not so much the bigness of the support as the quality of the support. Here at S&P Global Pitch, the quality is the essence of what we bring you. Quality versus
Yes.
quantity.
Yes. The thing is, I have to add, we are doing this because we want to, not because we wanted to make business. We just want to be part of you, because we are so excited in what you are doing and what we are doing, because we know that with our expertise with our experience, that we have seen how to build a business, how to run a business, we are confident that we can be a great partner for you, because you have the
Yes,
idea, you have the ideas, and we know how to bring this idea about. We have done it so many times, and we have a
absolutely.
network. Yeah, we have a network of 10,000 investors, 10 plus thousand investors.
I would say 20.
Yes.
I
So
would say,
so
I
we
mean, I would say more, even more than that, because, I mean, these are people, who it's a network, right? So when you think about a network, it's just when you think about LinkedIn, you have that network, but through that network, it's exponential. So one
yeah.
person reaches to another, to another. So you really never can measure the reach that you have. What Fong is trying to say is through our network, we
Yeah.
have an infinite number. And I don't like to actually put a number on it, because there's all the needs will be met. It's even if you don't have an active conversation with that person today, we know someone who knows someone.
Yeah.
So we're saying that, go ahead, Fong. I'm sorry, I interrupted.
No, no, don't worry. It is because I just want you to see how passionate we are together, Sandra and I. We just we it is so difficult to put words into this, because she and I, we can build anything in just a few weeks when we put our head together. She has the financials background. I have the engineering background. She is, I'm sorry, I'm saying this. She is not really into the technical side, but she knows a lot
You
about
don't have to be
technical.
embarrassed. I don't like
Yeah,
technicals. I need a
yeah,
team. I need to say, okay, this is what I need, and when it comes to, yeah, that takes me back to business school when I had to do modeling. And I just could not finish those classes because it requires a certain level of skill to be able to do modeling, to be able to do those projections. I'm a big idea person. I'm an idea person. Like I'm sure those people in our investing in our companies can relate. I could run a company. I can run a because I'm the kind of person I can oversee and I can multitask many things at the same time. But when it comes to details, I can do it, but I know that's not something I enjoy. So what I'm saying is I learned it in business school, but as soon as I finished business school, I was clear that I needed to hire people to do that. And so that's why I encourage you, bring us on board and let us take out the details that you don't like. Because there's not one founder and company owner that likes to do everything. And it's not healthy. That's the thing. You don't want to be the micromanager and the one that takes care of everything because you burn out. So, Phuong, yes, you were saying I don't like technical. I don't necessarily.
Yes, yes. So, with that, I would like to thank you to join today, and please, we are very happy. We would be more than happy to give you information, to share with you our experience, and to share with you some ideas, what we think is trending, what we think could be good right now for the business. And we are happy to help you. You don't have to sign up for anything. We are happy to help you, and then for you to see what kind of services that we are delivering. And believe me, it is going to save you a lot of time and effort, because by the time that you find out, like we did ourselves, it will take 10 years. And Sandra and I, we have about 30 years each, even though we don't look that, with plus the 12 years when we 12 years, we were 12 years old when we started, so we are about 42. So,
So age is just a number. I never
yeah,
think about where it's gonna
no,
end. I just think about because it never really ends, is it? I'll
no,
give you a little bit about me. I know some of you will say, "Oh, I don't need to hear about that." I'm very spiritual, and I don't believe that anything is ever ending. I do believe that, you come, have fun on the planet, you keep going, you enjoy it. Never think about the end. It never ends. You just keep
no,
going. Ideas are
no.
endless, and
The
you
thing,
will
yeah,
always have an opportunity to keep creating. I mean, age. I mean, you have people in Congress when they're in their 80s. My goodness. And
yeah.
so, yeah, and the Queen. How old is she? She's like 90 something, 94. She
Yeah,
doesn't look like
yeah,
she's
and her
retiring
husband,
anytime
her
soon.
husband is 93 or something. But the thing is that I just wanted to say that we have done a lot and we have seen a lot, and we are very happy to welcome you into our family. And just get in touch and let us know what you want to do, and then we can brainstorm or help you where we can. With that, I
Yes.
would like to, yeah, can we would like to say goodbye for today, and have a lovely, lovely evening, afternoon, wherever you are.
Absolutely,
Um,
thank you. And just so you know, these talks are weekly. We welcome we want ideas. We want to know what you want to talk about every week with us. Engage. We will be having some live events of talk of Q&A with myself and Phuong eventually, but for now, all sessions will be recorded. Keep in mind that the next two events, November 3rd, we will be highlighting and some startups will be presented. Contact us to how to put so you can find out how to participate. If you're an investor, we can go to our Facebook page to sign up for the event to be part of the audience. If you're a student, just want to learn, reach out to us. So again, my name is Sendra Dorcé. I'm the co-founder and co-moderator of S&P Global. I thank you for joining us today. This will be this is the third of many to come of the Founders Talk. And please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and put your comment below so that we can keep you engaged. And don't forget to share. We want as many people to know about S&P Global Pitch as possible. Until next time, I want to say thank you so much for taking the time to be with us today.
Thank you very much and goodbye. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. We thank you for joining us this evening. And as we come to a close of this event, we are thankful that you are part of this community. Leave us your comments below. Also subscribe, share, and like the videos. When you hit the bell, we will notify you when we have other events. Also, do not forget to go to our Facebook page and our Instagram and LinkedIn pages to be notified when there are upcoming events.